So I'm just going to briefly put in my 2 cents on the whole men not dating women anymore thing. Just my take briefly, because I actually recorded a 2 hour rant, but I forgot to change the audio settings. 2 hour rant gone because I forgot to change an audio setting and didn't record my audio. So awesome. So I'm just going to make it real quick why men are no longer dating women or doing anything with women. Number one, you took everything from us. And now you want us to give you more? No. I don't think so. You've taken everything, so why should we give you more? Number two, how about some of that gender equality? You want men to keep paying for the first date? How about no? Somebody did the math once, and according to the math, our gasoline costs more than the amount of makeup because women claim they put $1,200 on their makeup or something. Man did the math. That yeah, it's about $10 on a per application basis for the total. So we spend more than that on gasoline. So how about you pay for the gasoline? How about you pay? How about we're sick and tired of being treated as second class citizens. We're sick and tired of being treated as less than. We're sick and tired of the whole world being all about you, because it has been for the longest time. You keep claiming how there's so incredible amount of male privilege. I've never had male privilege in my life. If I ever had male privilege, then that Star Destroyer project that I made, so I started working on in 2019, would have been in Star Wars long ago. If there was male privilege, why am I not married? How come I've only had gold diggers or those who cheat on me? I've never had a good woman, except for one. I'm one of those many things. If women say they want 6 foot, yeah, I'm 6'4". Women say that they want so incredibly much, yet they give nothing in return. And that's really a lot of it. The risk reward ratio. The risk reward ratio. Basically, you want us to put in all the risk and get no reward. You want no risk and all the reward. I thought you believed in gender equality. Where's our gender equality? We don't have any gender equality. We have female privilege galore, but no gender equality. We can put in all the effort and get nothing in return. And you think that's okay? So where's our gender equality? Why do men avoid dating? The Me Too movement. A woman can change her mind on a man can have sex with a woman. It was consensual, and then 20 years later, it's no longer consensual. I don't get to take my gun, blow somebody's brains out, and then 20 years later say, "Oh, I changed my mind. I didn't want to do that," and boom, I should be let out of jail. No, that's not how that works. Even the moment you pull that trigger, it's over. The moment that you're done, you're done. It has happened. Yet you claim that you can change it 20 years later? I don't think so. The day after? Nope. 20 years after? Nope. That's what you do. Women keep demanding everything, and then they lie about things with men. Proof of that, you chose the bear. Remember that? You chose the bear. You chose the bear. Women even admit, my sister has several female friends who, all of them, when they were talking about that, oh yeah, we choose the bear. We choose the bear. I'm pretty sure your Shisha would too. Are you serious? So I go to her, like, hey, sister, yep. You know the whole bear in the woods argument? No, and they're immediately, no, don't do that, don't do that. And I just go to them and angrily say, you had your chance. Because they were all saying how my sister would say about it. It's like, so what is this thing? Basically how women would rather choose a bear in the woods than the man in the woods because a man might do some horrible things, but a bear will only eat you alive. I choose the man. Why would you choose the man? Though he might do something, the chance of the man doing this is actually pretty slim. So many claim that it's extremely high, that it's a lot of men who would do it, but it's actually really low. There's very few who actually would, versus pretty much all bears will eat me alive. And eating you alive, that's a horrible way to go. Because it literally eats you alive. You are alive and it's tearing you apart. That's horrible. So, no. I would rather choose the man. Because there's a very good chance he'll just help me and that'll be it. He'll just help me and that's it. Why? Why do you say that? Because all your friends chose the bear. She just stared at them. She didn't continue the conversation. I have no idea what happened, but... So y'all said that my sister would choose the bear. Well, she's not an idiot like you. And they're like, well, we actually knew we would choose the man, but that's not what you said. But we meant it. Well, I'm not a mind reader. I have to go off of what you tell me. No means no, but yes also means no. You did not say that. You said yes. I'm supposed to know that that means no? Men are avoiding women because you keep changing your mind and think that's okay. No, it's not. Men are avoiding women because of all the double standards everywhere. The headache. And the fact that there's nothing that we can do without just being called a creep. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, women are just going to call us creeps. We're not allowed to approach a woman or we'll be called a creep. And now women are complaining that men don't approach women anymore. You told us not to. You told us not to. Women are asking, are men afraid of women? Well, the young ones most certainly are. Those young men who grew up with a single mother who told them every single day, you're horrible, you're terrible, you're what's wrong with society. The teachers as well. How many teachers are women? So there's a 50% chance that there's a 50% chance that boys grew up at home and at school with only adult females. That was their role model. All they had growing up was women. Women who went out of their way to tell them, you're horrible, you're terrible, you're what's wrong with society. Then you take a look at male role models that have been destroyed. Look at Star Wars. That's a great example. Male role models, either they themselves are changed to be completely unrecognizable from what they used to be, or they're replaced by a female who's a Mary Sue and also a girl boss. Really? Really? We have no male role models left. You've destroyed them all. We have no reward and all the risk. We have nothing because you've taken it from us. You're upset that there aren't men who make a lot of money. You took our jobs. You're upset there aren't men who have college education. You pushed women into college. And then there's Title IX in college kicking men out on nothing more than an accusation. Men avoid women. Look at Title IX. There's a case I know. One man was engaged to be married to his girlfriend. There's another case where a man was married. Some random woman sees him kissing her. It's like the one's a fiance, the other is his wife. They're kissing publicly, and he's clearly not shoving himself onto her. She clearly wants it. This random person sees it, goes to Title IX office, and is like, well, look at this ring. Hello, there's a ring on my finger. Doesn't matter. You must just be a battered, bruised woman, so we'll just take care of this for you. So he's removed. He is removed. He was removed. Because of the accusation. We can have our entire life destroyed simply because a woman falsely accuses us. No. I'm not going to work my entire life just to have it be destroyed. And then women have been trying to destroy what lives we do have. Look at men going to gyms, women falsely accusing men at gyms all the time, and the gym kicks out the man instead of kicking out the false accusing women or saying no more cameras at the gym. And now gyms are shut down. How bad is the situation? Well, number one, AI. AI is programmed to do a certain thing, to do it a certain way. AI is literally programmed. And AI is saying it's done with women. You had, what's her name? There's that one woman who spent a year a year and a half as a man because she thought that it would be better with all this male privilege she keeps hearing about. This was back in 2014, I think it was. There was a whole lot less female privilege back then. It's a whole lot worse now. But back in 2014, Nora, who became Ned, made a book talking about how basically everything that she's ever believed is wrong. It's a whole lot worse now. But she made that book. And then she decided to give up on life. I have a copy of that book because that was a fascinating read. Her admitting that she was wrong about everything. How there's no male privilege, but there's most certainly a lot of female privilege. Men have had everything be taken from them. Men have an extreme amount of risk and no reward. Women constantly lie and have double standards galore. The Department of Justice have even stated how much women lie about things. But laws have not caught up. Serious question for the women. What are your requirements for your minimum requirements for marriage? Just how many do you have? What is your minimum requirements for marriage? Because men basically only have 5, and 3 or 4 of them are umbrella terms. We have what we want as our Mrs. Perfect, but we know she basically doesn't exist. For me, I'll tell you. If you took Ceres Victoria from Hellsing, Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy, and Akame from Akame ga Kill, stuck them together, that. So what are my minimum requirements? Number 1 is religious based, which I'm a Christian Lutheran. Number 2, young and healthy. Number 3, ready, able, and willing to be, but not required to do that of a traditional housewife. Number 4, don't be a bitch. And number 5, no prenup, no ring. Young and healthy. That's an umbrella term, isn't it? Religion? Christian's pretty umbrella-ish, and if she's got F cups and a 24-inch waist, and she knows how to fight, if she's an atheist, I'll take that. If she's the traditional wife, I want her to know how. I want her to be willing to do it, but she's not required to do it. So many refuse. Well, then what are you going to do? You want me to do all the cooking and all the cleaning, the laundry, the dishes, the house? So what are you going to do? I'm going to bring myself. You're going to bring yourself. You mean you're going to bring nothing but another mouth to feed, a headache, and no support? A marriage is supposed to be 2 people who are equal, 2 people who act as one. You're going to give no support? No, not going to happen. But I'd be willing to sacrifice a little bit of that if she's a little closer to my Mrs. Perfect. Pretty much all guys are. We'll sacrifice some of our minimum requirements if it means she's a little closer to the perfect one, which it's variable to each man. But the last one, no prenup, no ring, given all this happened nowadays, yeah. And you know how bad it is? You can tell just how bad it truly is when you've had people that have pushed heavily the future's female. So incredibly heavily have pushed the idea of the future's female that a major company like Disney have admitted they screwed up. They've alienated the male fan base, and that was a mistake. They need to bring back the male fan base for Star Wars and Marvel, and they don't know how to do it. Well, yeah, because you've been destroying us for the last 20 years. You've been attacking us and destroying us for so long. Now you've admitted that you screwed up. The damage is done. The damage is done. Women admit that they want men back in a lot of things. They regret doing what so many have said. The damage is done. How do we get back to where we were? I don't have a clue. But I've basically given up on dating. Unless God drops the woman in my lap, I'm not even going to bother. Because what's the point? Another gold digger? There was one online who was great. The last girl I talked to. She had this gorgeous milk chocolate skin, these dark brown eyes, this smooth, long black hair. She had E-cups. She was an hourglass figure, perfect waist, and not too much, but not too little of a rump. And she's a Christian. That's good. She's a traditional. That's good. Just talking to her online. She seems very good. I think maybe we can go a little further. And then she said, okay, so you're 6 foot tall. Yep. You're hardworking. Yep. I'm okay with the 5-figure salary. Okay. You been to college? Nope. Well, I want a man who's been to college. Well, then find somebody else. Okay. That was it. She had a great body, and she meets my minimum requirements, as far as I could tell from the word go. But her minimum requirements, 6 figures, six figures for height, 6 feet tall. 6 figures is desirable, but she actually said she'd be okay with my 5 figures because I'm in a job that I could eventually make it a 6 figures. I don't have a 6-pack abs. She said she actually wants a man who's more bulky. I look like a linebacker. But she wants a guy who's been to college. Okay. That was it. Just a brief chat, and that was it. I thank her for her honesty. I thank her for not stringing me along. I thank her for not friend-zoning me. She said she wants someone who's been to college, so thank you for the time, but it can't. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your honesty, and thank you for not friend-zoning me. Goodbye. There's one Asian girl I was talking to briefly until I realized, yeah, she wants someone who's a 7-figure salary. Good luck with that. That was over 6 months ago. Oh, don't get me wrong. I have decided I'm going to, not just sit there doing nothing. Just a little dating app, and just, if I see she seems okay in a couple of sentences, yeah, sure. Just to see what happens because of the typical norms. Even though I'm basically given up, I'm not just going to completely 100%. I haven't been MGTOW for over 2 years. Or, no, I was MGTOW for 2 years. It's been 1 year. Or am I? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What matters is for her, what matters is the fact that I am happy. I want more, but I'm happy as I am. Am I willing to get hurt to let somebody in? If they're worth it, I'll take the risk if I believe it'll be worth it. If I believe I can get something in return out of it that's worth it. But take a look at the dating app. Take a look at what I've got. Oh, not much. Just over 6 months, not a single woman said hi. How many do I swipe on? Maybe 15 a day. All I do is just swipe on a few, then wait and see if any respond. That's it. One responds, I say hi. That's it. Wait for her to respond. Because I don't want to be seen the creep. This is one where the man right swipes on the woman. Okay. So I'll do that. And then I'll wait for her to respond. Then she responds, and I'm going to say hi. Then I'll wait for her to respond. So no one can call me a creep. Yeah, they still do, because of course they still do. Basically, we can't win. technically not 100% given up, but 99%? 98? Basically, I don't care. It's just a time waster. But I can do that in a couple of minutes. I built this zone over here, which was to produce nuclear bombs. I had to go back and build more AI limiters and Nobelisk, and I had to build this entire train. This whole train here, which goes underneath and at the top, and the entire train over there, plus build it up. Took me, I don't know, 8 hours, and the result, I've increased my nuclear bomb manufacturing capability by triple. So I actually have a reward. I know what I wanted to do. Risk-reward ratio. The risk of this, I'm playing a video game. What risk? What's my reward? I have it. I have my nuclear bombs. I have a large production of nuclear bombs. That's worth it. Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure I actually had my fuel for my reactors have an issue, so I've made sure that it wouldn't be by throwing in a merger splitter back to a merger splitter, just to guarantee that what goes into the reactor is fine, because it's getting the whole output, even though these are not at 100% efficient. They're actually very inefficient. It's getting from both of them. So, with that awesome thing turned off, I'm getting 300 a minute coming in, and the majority prioritizes making my fuel for the reactors. Plenty of fuel. Plenty of fuel. That's the thing. I see my output. It cost me some time, but my output is stable reactors and loads of nuclear bombs. It cost me, I think, until like 3 hours to build everything, because I had to build a whole new train line underneath the other. I'm going to go ahead and write that. But one thing that I heard from women is that men should not be allowed to play video games because the women want the attention on them. You believe in gender equality, right? Well, then let's ban women from doing hair and makeup so we can have them put their attention on us. You want gender equality? Here's one. You had the Me Too movement where it's like, oh, let's send even 1,000 innocent men to jail so that a single guilty doesn't walk free. Okay. Then let's send 1,000 innocent women to jail. Let's start up a Him Too movement for abuse. Let's send 1,000 innocent women to jail for abuse, as long as a single guilty doesn't walk free. You wouldn't like that, would you? Where's our gender equality? Where's our gender equality? We've given up bothering with everything. Personally, me, I made that Neurodu Star Destroyer. Got it from Simon over a year ago, and then I'm like, what am I doing? I've just put forward this vast amount of time, effort, and some money, and there's no way I can get in because I'm a man. If I was a woman, I'd probably have it in a week. Why bother? Why bother? I've given up on so much because what's the point? So I'm just focusing on myself. But women say they want to take away our video games. Modern video games suck, so we don't do modern video games. We play the old games. Call of Duty World at War, the Bungie Halo games. Although the Elder Scrolls Oblivion remaster is pretty good. Couple hiccups is pretty good. The Dead Space remaster is pretty good. And then you have companies who decide, you know what we should do? We should get rid of all the old games to force them to buy our new stuff. No, your new stuff is crap. Look at The Last of Us Part 2. The only award it should have gotten is Worst Game of the Year, yet it got all the awards. It got all the awards, and it was terrible. Best music? It had horrible music. Best level design? Who designed that? A monkey? Best characters? Are you kidding? Oh, it's so terrible. It only deserved Worst Game of the Year, yet it won pretty much all the awards that they wanted to try to go for. That told me the Game Awards are worthless. The Game Awards are worthless. I'm not going to bother listening to them because... Oh, what did I... Oh, get on. I got it. The Game Awards are worthless because they don't actually listen to the customers. Steam does. I spent over 1,000 hours in this world. Literally everything I built. Look at my bridge. My bridge is amazing. Look at my warehouse. The underneath is a nightmare, but... do. You take away my games, you think I'm going to put my energy on you? Hey, you, yeah? I'm going to punch you in the face, and then I want you to give me money for punching you in the face. No. If you punch me in the face, I'm not going to like you. Well, I demand you do it. I don't care. You punch me in the face, I'm going to hate you. You take away my hobbies, I'm not going to like you. I'm not going to want you. I'm not going to want to go forth and help you. You take away my hobbies, I'm going to avoid you. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a problem. You take away what I care about, I'm going to avoid you. Ah, the smelters. Is it the smelters or is it the... Oh, the ore looks alright. No, wait, no, it's not okay. Okay, it's the mine. Level 3 mine, okay. Boom. And let's just upgrade this as a guarantee. There we go. That'll do it. That should fix the issue. Yeah, it was only at 49%. That should help. Oh, that's instant. Here, have a nuke. Can you nail him? Ow, don't run. Run away! Little piggy. There he is. I nuked him. I mean, when you build as many nukes as I do, it's okay. You use nukes all the time. That's a nightmare. But it's my nightmare. This is the thing. A woman went over and turned off a man's game mid-process. He just wants a little fun. Well, I demand he spends that energy on me. Gender equality? If you demand he spends energy on you, he gets to demand you spend energy on him. You realize that, right? Do you believe in gender equality or not? We have nothing because it was taken from us. We have nothing. Oh, okay. We have nothing, for it was taken from us. You've taken everything and then demand we give more. And then you're surprised that we've decided, no, we don't want to give you more. We've given you everything and you give us nothing. The risk-reward ratio, the double standards, you chose the bear. That's basically it. Thanks. Hopefully you recorded the audio this time.